All right, Shalom Israel. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakadash, Barak Tehah, Barak Tehah, Shai, double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone, my salutations to the brothers teaching word for the hopeful elect, soon to be the elect, most high will. He said it would happen sooner than later. It's in the scripture, he's shortening the time for the elect's sake, and the elect work is being done to the contrite spirits and extended hopeful elect, returning back to the most high blessings. And it's going to be a fairly short video, but I got this picture up because, and I know it's the Sabbath, so I kind of want to expound on what really happens in reality, you know, especially us men and our people. Now, the picture on the screen, I think she's pretty as hell to me. Brothers got different flavors. Sometimes we could point out, a lot of times we could point out the same woman and like, oh, we all agree that she's fine, but whatever the case, um, we in our curses, but the Most High made us, having us learn to where it's a mental thing and it's a spiritual thing, and to fight in the flesh, because it's in it. And I'll get that scripture: the spirit warreth against the flesh. Now, Jake, he's not too, he's not in the position that he wants to be in, that he should be in, because we princes of power, and you know we have we do have preferences. You know we do, like, it's just like a kid going to the candy store. You like, no, I don't want that. I want the other one. I don't want that kind of ice cream. I want the other one. Um, you know, Same thing with everything else. I don't want that car. I want that one. That one looks bad. I want that one. Jake don't want no grandma car, of course. He don't want no, he wants the most fancy car he can get, the, the, the best shoes he can get. So, you know, but I'm saying this too because, Jake have problems, a lot with lust today. And, especially on the Sabbath. Now, you know, let's say you dealing with some top notch women, and like, and of course we can have more than one woman. So, and we know this, and other camps, a few other camps, whatever, don't teach that, but that's a bogus claim, man. Because for a king and a prince, you're gonna have women with different personality, different smiles, different face features, different mental mind states, and you want them all, man, because that's a fascinating thing, and we're gonna be judges, so that's a fascinating thing to just pick the curiosity of different women. I know I would enjoy that, man. Um, so King Solomon had 1,000 women, but I'm saying too is that Most High has us to recognize wisdom, to acknowledge wisdom, to acknowledge, uh, the knowledge, wisdom, understanding that it gives us, because we're able to fall by these women, especially fine women. And like it has happened in history ever since the Garden of Eden. So I'm saying that, like, if you, of your preference as a man, as a so-called Black, Latino, Native American man, your preference of the woman you think is the most beautiful for whatever reason, because this ain't all about the outward beauty, um, but that's a significant thing. Then you know you gonna have, you don't want, what I'm saying, you don't want to be spending much time with that, especially in these days. You know what I'm saying? Um, Now with this picture, the way this woman looks, and I know it's probably, if whatever it is, how they fixed it up. I don't know how she just look in person, but as far as the picture, she looks nice, but she looks. I could see. She looks humble too, and a lot of these humble, fine women are given to the authority of the high the high position men, the rich men, the industry. That's why you could put them in movies like some of the beautiful actors that I that I've had a crush on and still think are pretty. Like um, and I just recently saw that the woman that sing what's her name? Uh, Rise Up. She sing Rise Up. She was on that her track on that with that Nat Turner movie, Drea something like that. And I got a crush on many women, man, in the industry because they display, So you know, and some are raunchy, some are disorderly, you know, but it's something about them that I like. But you know, I wouldn't want to marry them even if I met them, like even because with the times we in. So you know, Jake is not in his right mind of what women to really fuck with. He's not, and if he could, he'll choose the finest women, but he wouldn't be ready for that either. Cause and especially on the Sabbath, he be like, you too pretty, you too bomb and shit. And the finest women, and even the one I got pictured here that's pretty to me, uh, they have what you call, we all know they have cycles. They have, their the flower of their age. So, and those are impurities coming out of them. So and all these men are talking about women are gods and all that, and the queens and all that. It's some fuckboy shit. For real, some fuckboy shit. And they get mad and shit, and they get emotional just like the women. It's some real fuckboy shit, man. You shouldn't be. And let me get a scripture before I talk too much, but I don't even want to make this long. But well, let me get this one first. 2 Timothy 3:4. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. So they make their own Sabbaths, create their own Sabbaths, and do whatever, man. That's lovers of your own self. Yeah, we'll just follow Sabbath when we want it instead of following Sabbath what the Bible says, man. And it says honor the Sabbath. It says even all the days and generations of your life of your people. It says that in Deuteronomy and other scriptures. It says covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemous, disobedient. Yeah, they disobedient, man. They don't respect the Most High. They don't obey the Most High. And how do Most High speak through men? He said it before. He said he sent his prophets. He sent the holy ones. You know what I'm saying? Oh, who made you God? I'm gonna listen to God. But he talks through his holy people, man, through his holy men. And it would this time would be the remnant, the elect. You can make your argument like, oh well, how you know you elect? Well, we say hopeful elect, but you best to hope that we're not elect. Cause if we get the spiritual power, we're gonna cut your fucking heads off, man. On some y'all fuck boys. And Most High don't like fuck boys, man. And we ain't no false prophets, man. Starting with the apostles, man, and elders. It says, disobedient to parents, unthankful. You know? And then they might get a woman that they enjoy and shit, and they unthankful. They'll pervert it. They'll pervert her. Like, yeah, I want you to get another woman. Y'all get together, and I want us to have a threesome. They'll pervert her some wicked ass nigga shit, peg shit, man. Peggy Bundy shit, man. Without unholy, yeah, unholy, unseparate. Like they with the world. They with every spirit that they see. They with every. You can't you can't marry every female, man. You can't marry every because they're not for the Most High. This woman, I'm pretty sure she's a worldly woman. She's caught up in photography and Hollywood and all that, whatever she is. Because a lot of them women are like that. But I wouldn't marry this woman. And I'll probably think she was a spy. Without affection, treacherous, false accusers. And that's what I just got. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. That's what IUIC did. They falsely accused. So they in danger of judgment, man. That's according to the scriptures, not me. They in a line of judgment. Incontinent, cruel, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded. Yeah, these niggas are high-minded, but you see them with a damn just anything, man, out there. Like they'll fuck anything, man. They'll have a baby by a ratchet woman like Suki Hana and saying niggas ain't shit. Yeah, that's my girl, man. We got a child together. You know what I'm saying? I love her and shit. Meanwhile, she's telling everybody this nigga ain't shit. Yeah, I just man, we together and yeah, we did it. I'm still with him, but fuck that nigga. He's, you know. Lovers of pleasures more than the lovers of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So in your Sabbaths, you lovers of pleasure more than the Most High. So if you did have the finest woman you think that fits your desires and she's around you all day, you ain't getting to follow the Sabbath, man. You're not getting to follow the Sabbath, man. You're gonna be effing on the Sabbath. You're gonna be like, baby, you damn. I know it's the Sabbath, but you looking good tonight. She wore that blue dress and them and high heels, and got her hair back and little skin showing. You be like, damn, I ain't never seen you like this. Look so that 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 lady in red song and shit. I forgot who was by. I ain't never seen you the way you look good tonight. Like they know how to put it on extra for you to where they do you nah. They think in their minds like, oh, it's a Sabbath for him. Well, I'm gonna see what he do if I put on this dress, and just to test you. And it might be something simple. They might be a good woman for you, but it might be something simple. Let's see if and you fall for the shit, and then you're a weak ass minded. She'll remember that and be like, damn, I didn't think he would fall for this shit. Cause they really, I mean, I feel in the woman's spirit, they really want us to be, uh, stand up and be the man we supposed to be, and to, be able to be disciplined, even in the way of lust. But it's a lot of niggas that fail, so they be like, they just live with them and be and play that equality shit. And Jake be cool with that. But they really want a man that be like, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't been proven to them enough. And it ain't like we got to prove anything to women. But they ain't, well, I would say they ain't haven't seen it enough. Because like I said, that little breakup that men do with women, and then they be like, damn, we broke up, but I still think about her. She still think about you. Who's going to call first? And then usually it's the man that calls first and shit. And then she be like, well, yeah, I got him. You know? Beauty is vain, King James Version. Proverbs 31 and 30. Favor is deceitful. Yeah, because a lot of people favor beauty. A lot of people favor, you know, this because, oh, yeah, they see on the outwardly side, yeah, they got more money. Yeah, they got, they might got more connections. Yeah, they got a big house. Yeah, its favor is deceitful. This is Proverbs. This is Solomon. It says, and beauty is vain. Beauty is vain. Even if this woman was humble, the spirit is talking to you, because you might pervert this woman because you falling all over her, and it's like, damn, you too good, you too bad, that you'll do some fuck boy shit and fuck up the whole thing. Yeah, these women are wicked, but these men now it's coming. Like, damn, these men are like, they the ones that's promoting this shit, the ones that's trying the shit, man. Saying this is what we should do. We should try this, baby. We should, like, these niggas ain't ready for two women. They A lot of these Israelites that know they can have more than one woman, they ain't ready for two women. Always talking about, yeah, we kings and priests and princes and all that, baby. And okay, you can have, let's get another woman in the picture, and they ain't ready. Because once that happen, they become fuck boys. I ain't saying that if any brother got, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of times Jake ain't ready for no two women. So I get what Paul was saying. He's like, it's gonna be as if you didn't have no women. If the bishops didn't, you should be in the ministry with one wife, because there's too much temptation. You see what's going on in the churches with these fucking preachers, man. And then these women want to say there's something going on with us because we with our brothers and shit. We brothers. We ain't no fuck boys. There ain't no fucking shit going on over here. Fuck girls and shit. Fuck bitches. There ain't no fucking foul shit going over here. We like fucking women. But it's the women are twisted in their damn minds and shit, man. They twisted in their minds, man. Because it's all about them. It said lovers of themselves. It's all about them. You go to IG, to these IG women pages, and you'll see 1,000 pictures of them damn selves and shit. And they ain't doing too much different than the other picture. They posing the same, but they got a damn. They want to see you every angle, and every one of them got an ass picture, because that's what they are. I mean, is it nothing but ass and titty? That's spoils. You gonna either be spoiled for the so-called white man, you spoiled for your, I mean, for the your employee for your own people. Now you are mothers and daughters and princes, but when you get with a man, he's gonna be able to have his pleasure with you, because you are here to please your man. He's the king, you know. You're connected to the king because it says one flesh. They should become one flesh. That's enough. You don't have to be no queen. That's enough to be one flesh with the king. And then you're gonna be princes and daughters, hopeful elect ladies and daughters of the elect men and daughters of the elect women. All that other bullshit is just what it is. Bullshit, man. Heart's desire, King James Version. Psalms 37:4. It says, delight thyself also in the Lord. And that's what we do. Yahweh. Bashim Yahushai. First, foremost. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. First, foremost. Solomon asked for that instead of riches, because riches bring bitches. Riches get you possessions. A woman is a possession. If you was rich, if the average so-called black man was rich, so-called Latino Native American was rich, you gonna have some women. They gonna smell the money on you. You gonna walk down the street and they know you got money. Your face, your attitude is gonna change about life. Like I said in one video, somebody, if you was rich and somebody called you a nigga, you might not get so mad as somebody that's oppressed and going to the job every day and dealing with shit. Cause you rich, you be like, look at this bum. That's why it says riches is in vain, man. It says, and he shall give the desires of thine heart, of your mind. I want a lot of women. I know the brothers do too, because one you're gonna be like, I'm cool, I'm straight, and then another fine ass woman, you're gonna be like, damn. You ever meet somebody and you be like, damn, we cool, you chilling, then and her sister come in, you're like, damn, I should have chose when you first meet it. Before y'all getting really involved and then because then y'all it's different, but you be like, damn, I should have chose a sister. If I waited a little bit longer, I probably could, but I wouldn't have knew, you know, I wouldn't have seen a sister if I didn't know her probably. So you like, damn. But you know, you want all the women that you see that because they hey, even with these celebrities and shit, man. You know, you were like, damn, they be looking good, and you be like, shit, and you be like, she look good, and then another singer come along, then she look good, and they got different personality, and she's a little sweeter, she's a little humble, or she's a little she know how to cook and clean. You be like, damn, I'm gonna definitely like you better. If this woman like a any kind of woman that a man think is fine and shit, and she had a nasty attitude and she was ratchet, the spirit would be off. So beauty, that's what it means, beauty in vain. Like if if you ain't rocking with me, if you ain't connected with me, if you're not submissive, if you're not, fulfilling the duties of a woman and attractive like a woman should be with mannerisms, it talks about mannerisms. Even going back to Esau and Jacob, mannerisms are real, you know? But Jake wouldn't know what to do with the finest woman because he'll just fall for it. He'll be end up doing some fuck boy shit because he's into the lust. Beauty is vain, man. You know, he wouldn't be keeping the Sabbath. He'd be over a house every day. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna definitely marry this woman. I gotta work for that ring. I gotta work for the ring." He's thinking about a ring. He's thinking about marriage. Jacob go back to the world and marry a woman in a worldly way, even knowing that he's an Israelite. Even you know, and I'm not saying I'm just saying it could grab you like that if you're not careful. You know, and this is kind of with everything else: money, a car. You know, or even if you get with a woman and she's like my pops, he want to get you a car, and if all you have to do is go to school, we could just you don't have to get in school like that, but you know what I'm saying, that's a free car, and you're like, yeah, let me try that. Next thing you know, oh well, we can get a house too in his name and all that, and then you know and next thing you know, you under that, his wing and her wing, and they're not in the truth like that. They're not for the Most High. They're not for Yahweh Yahushai like that. And I'm pretty sure that's what they was doing with Solomon, because Queen Sheba, she brought him gold and myrrh and frankincense and all that, and she probably told him about her father, like, yeah, and I'll shit. This women, look, you gotta be careful too. In Jacob's trouble, that's like the apostles say all the time. That's gonna happen on this side, man. That's gonna happen on this side, and you gotta be ready for that, because they gonna be like, I'll, like it says in the scriptures, we'll pay for our own food and clothe ourselves as long as we be called by thy name. You can't, so you gotta be knowledgeable about that, because Jake can fall on that. You imagine you don't have no women, and then Jacob trouble come, you just got four women waiting and seeing what you gonna do. Like, so what do we do? Like, you know, you gotta start pointing out, like, hey, y'all, start cooking, start cleaning, start, You know what I'm saying? Start doing shit. Start, watching everything, being circumspect, you know. Watch your phone calls. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't talk to, like, cut off. You need to start cutting off your family and all that. If they, if that mold her into what she's supposed to be for you. Because all these independent women, they feeling this shit. They feeling it like, yeah, they starting to know that it's a lonely ass world out there. You know, and check the scripts because Jonathan loved David, uh, past a woman, and these demons don't know what that means. Because really, in the end of the day, most of these women ain't is not really for us, man. A woman that I have a picture of right here, she, I wouldn't run into her because she's already like those type of women to me is already swooped up by you know these producers, these engineers, these filmmakers, these you know what I'm saying, and they sleep with them. She'll sleep with a filmmaker, even if he's just starting, he got a little few a bank account, a little bank account, but he travels the world and shit, and he's just starting off. He'll sleep with her, and she'll sleep with him. She wouldn't give me a chance, but I don't give a damn because I ain't for no woman that don't love Yahweh Shai. By Shemar Shai. They can keep all that shit. All these celebrities, they can keep all that shit. Y'all can keep doing what you do, keep trying to be beautiful, and fuck off, man. Because we going to get ours anyway in the kingdom. And our heart's desire, and the world, and the universe, and everything. It said the Most High said he made the world for our sakes, not y'all's, man. And a lot of you mediocre women, y'all definitely need to shut down. Because if y'all talking about six figures, you ain't even worth six figures to a six-figure man. He'd be like, nah, y'all, you can keep her. That's not, nah, she ain't even, nah. I done met more. Nah, she's below mediocre to me. And she's broke. The hell out of here, man. A lot of women are bitter and depressed and suicidal and ready to snap. And you just be like, damn, Jake still in the ghetto dreaming of heaven and shit. Now you got to wake up and be like, man, why am I dealing with this? I got to get out of here, man. Or I got to get in my mind that this ain't heaven, man. This I'm not going to get what I want on this side right now. I got to get to the riches in the truth, the riches in the faith, the riches in the elect, the rich. Yahweh Shai said the kingdom was within you, not outside in this BS world, because they chasing it and the bag, and these men are chasing the bag like the women chase the bag. You know how women get on all fours at the club for the bag. Well, these niggas are starting to do that too. So F the bag, FCK the bag, and all this bullshit that come with it, and fuck that fame, and fuck that worldly riches and shit. Keep that, you know, keep that on your side and until it burn up with your ass, man. Fuck out of here, man. Most High said he redeem us without money, man. So all you talking about riches and everybody's fuck boys because they don't got that type of money. Well, we gonna see. We gonna see, cause you'll turn into a fuck boy fucking with the money, fucking with the lust, fucking with these women, and not only that, not even the finest women, like Corey Holcomb said. These niggas are falling for any kind of woman and shit. At least when if you get a fine ass woman, and your woman catch you so called cheating, you know what she gonna say? if she's like fine, top notch, she gonna be like, she gonna cuss you out, but in her spirit, like, damn, this, she's pretty as fuck. He must. What is about him? He must. She will want you more. Like, how did he pull her? If she's on you like that, and I get it. And I don't want to talk too much. I'm getting close out, but I get it. When I see a fat, chubby, bald headed man with a fat belly and he got a beautiful woman, I get it now. Because he didn't suck it in, you know? Because they don't want no problems. It's a woman that won't, a lot of women don't want no problems. They don't want no stress, I mean. But they do want a real man. That's why they end up cheating still. But they still want a foundation to where at least they're married, at least they got a house, and this man will provide that. But they still carnal and physical, and they still like those, summer dudes that work in the gym and shit and all that, and cut up and all that. They still want those kind of men, but they want a foundation too. So you be like, well, I might not have any of those, so I don't give